Kurumjari. Hi learners, I am Amom Nandaraj Meetei, your Manipuri instructor. Today, we turned our focus to a key aspect of the Meetei Mayek script, the method of writing its letters. As you may recall from earlier lessons, the script comprises 27 EPEX, that is primary letters, 7th lonesome EX, partially released letters, and 7 setup EX, which function as secondary vowel markers. In this lesson, we will learn how each of these elements is written with clarity, precision, and proper stock order. Dear learners, the letters of the Meetei Mayek alphabet can be systematically grouped according to visual similarity and structural form. Arranging them from simpler steps to more complex ones helps reduce confusion and improve clarity in writing. This approach also supports easier reading and helps learners understand how each letter is visually distinguished. Within the script, based on visual resemblance, the letters are classified into 10 groups. Please look at the screen. We have arranged the Meetei Mayek letters into 10 groups. Let's go through them one by one. Group 1 includes Ngau Lonsum, Kok Lonsum, EPEX Ngau, EPEX Kok, and EPEX Rai. So, group 1 is. So, group 2 consists of Mid Lonsum, EPEX Bham, EPEX Mid, EPEX Gok, EPEX Pham. So, group 2 is. Group 3 includes Pa Lonsum, EPEX Pa, Sil, and Y. So, group 3 is. Group 4 contains EPEX Zil, EPEX Na, EPEX Atia, Na Lonsum, and EPEX Un. So, group 4 is. Group 5 includes EPEX Khou, Jam, Gau, and Dil. Group 5 is. Group 6 consists of EPEX Sam, Lai, and Lai Lonsum. So, group 6 is. Group 7 includes EPEX Ba, Til Lonsum, and EPEX Til. So, group 7 is. Group 8 contains EPEX E, Hook, and Yang. So, group 8 is. Group 9 includes EPEX Dhau and Thau. So, group 9 is. Finally, group 10 has only one setup Nung. So, group 10 is. Additionally, the setup EX as secondary symbols, also known as matras, can be classified into 2 distinct groups based on their structural forms. So, asterisk, Atap, Etap, Otap, Itap, Unap. So, double asterisks, A, A, O, I, O. Here, the asterisk represents the setup EX or matra symbols that function as vowel markers, while the double asterisk indicates the full vowel forms created through the use of these matras. Now, let us take Kok as an example to see how setup EX are added to a primary letter. As discussed in an earlier class, these secondary symbols occupy specific positions around the primary letter. Accordingly, when setup EX are applied to Kok, we get Ka, Ke, Ki, Ko, Kai, Kau, Ku, Kang. Please observe the screen carefully and note how each setup modifies the base letter. Let's now begin with group 1, which includes the letter ngâu lonsum, kok lonsum, ngâu, kok, and rai. We will learn how to write each letter step by step. The first letter in this group is ngâu lonsum, the syllable finite form of the 10th EPEX ngâu. Phonetically, it represents the voice below nasal, a nasal sound produced by raising the back of the tongue against the soft palate velum, allowing air to pass through the nose while the vocal cords vibrate. For a clear representation of the writing, please refer to the diagram displayed on the screen. To write ngâu lonsum, the hand movement begins with stroke 1, a stroke horizontal line drawn at the top. This is followed by strokes 2, 3, and 4, 3 vertical downward strokes drawn sequentially from left to right. Finally, stroke 5 is a horizontal line drawn at the bottom, joining the 3 vertical strokes. This sequence completes the formation of ngâu lonsum. The second letter in this group is kok lonsum. Please see the diagram on the screen for clarity. Kok lonsum is the syllable finite form of the first EPEX kok. Phonetically, it represents the voiceless bilar stop, ka, produced by raising the back of the tongue against the soft palate velum and releasing the airflow without vocal cord vibration. To gain clarity on the writing method, please refer to the diagram displayed on the screen. To write kok lonsum, the hand movement begins with a horizontal stroke from left to right at the top, stroke 1. Next, draw a short vertical stroke downward on the left side, stroke 2. This is followed by 3 vertical strokes drawn downward from left to right, strokes 3, 4, and 5. Finally, complete the letter by drawing a horizontal stroke from left to right along the bottom, stroke 6. This is how kok lonsum is written. The third letter in this group is the 10th EPEX ngâu. As mentioned earlier, phonetically, it represents the voice below nasal nga. To understand the correct writing clearly, please refer to the diagram shown on the screen. To write ngâu, the hand movement begins with stroke 1, a short horizontal line at the top. Stroke 2 is a vertical downward stroke on the left, followed by stroke 3, a parallel vertical downward stroke on the right. Stroke 4 connects the 2 vertical strokes at the bottom with a horizontal line. Stroke 5 is a curved inward stroke drawn from the top. Finally, stroke 6 completes the letter with a short finishing curve, giving ngâu its finite balance form. This stroke sequence produces the standard shape of the letter. The fourth letter in this group is the first EPEX kok. As mentioned earlier, phonetically, it represents the voiceless bilar stop ka. For a clear understanding of how to write it, please look at the diagram on the screen. To write kok, begin with stroke 1, a short horizontal line at the top. This is followed by stroke 2, a vertical downward line on the left. Stroke 3 is another vertical line drawn slightly to the right of the second stroke, and stroke 4 continues the sequence as a third parallel vertical line. Stroke 5 completes the set with a fourth vertical line, all kept evenly spaced. Stroke 6 is a horizontal line drawn at the bottom to join the vertical strokes. And finally, stroke 7 is a diagonal line drawn from the upper right to the lower left. With these 7 strokes, the letter Kok is formed. The last 5th letter in this group is the 21st EPEX Rai. Phonetically, it represents the voice alveolar trill R, a sound produced by placing the tip of the tongue close to the alveolar ridge just behind the upper front teeth, while the vocal cords vibrate. Now, to see how it is written step by step, please look at the diagram on the screen. To write Rai, begin with stroke 1, a straight vertical line drawn upward from the base without lifting the hand. Continue into stroke 2, carving gently downward, which then meets stroke 3, a vertical downward line drawn parallel to stroke 1. Next, draw stroke 4, a horizontal line connecting stroke 1 to stroke 3 near the base. From the midpoint of stroke 1, draw stroke 5, a shorter horizontal line extending towards stroke 3, parallel to stroke 4. Finally, complete the letter with stroke 6, an upward curve that bends gracefully downward at the end. With these 6 carefully sequenced strokes, the letter Rai is formed. Now, we have completed the study of hand movement for the letters in group 1. Look at the diagram for each of them displayed on the screen. Let us come back to group 2 and learn how each of them will be written with proper stroke order. Group 2 consists of mid longsum, EPEX bum, EPEX mid, EPEX gok, and EPEX pum. To reiterate, group 2 consists of mid longsum, EPEX bum, EPEX mid, EPEX gok, and EPEX pum. Group 2. The first letter in group 2 is mid longsum, the syllable finite form of the 4th EPEX mid of the Meetei Mayek alphabet. It corresponds to the voice bilabial nasal ma, produced by closing both lips and allowing air to pass through the nose while the vocal cords vibrate. Now, to see how it is written step by step, please look at the diagram on the screen. To write mid longsum, start with stroke 1, a short horizontal line at the top. Next, draw stroke 2, a straight vertical line downward from the left end of the top stroke. Then, at stroke 3, another vertical line drawn downward on the right, parallel to stroke 2. Finally, draw stroke 4, a short horizontal line from the middle of stroke 2, extending rightward and crossing stroke 3. With these 4 strokes, the letter mid longsum is neatly formed. The second letter in group 2 is the 27 EPEX bum. It corresponds to the voice aspirated bilabial plosive b, produced by bringing both lips together to momentarily stop the airflow, then releasing it with a strong burst of breath aspiration. During this articulation, the vocal cords vibrate, giving the sound its voice quality, while the sudden release of air creates the characteristic aspirated plosive effect. Now, to see how it is written step by step, please look at the diagram on the screen. To write bum, start with stroke 1, a short horizontal line at the top. Next, draw stroke 2, a straight vertical line downward from the left side of the top stroke and curve it gently leftward at the bottom. Then finally draw stroke 3, another vertical line on the right drawn downward parallel to stroke 2 and about half longer than stroke 2. With these 3 strokes, the letter BUM is neatly formed. The third letter in group 2 is the fourth EP mid. As I mentioned earlier, in the case of mid lonesome, it corresponds to the voice bilabial nasal M. Now, to understand the step-by-step writing process, please refer to the diagram shown on the screen. To write mid, start with stroke 1, a short horizontal line drawn from the left to right at the top. Next, draw stroke 2, a straight vertical line downward from the left end of stroke 1. Then, draw stroke 3, another straight vertical line downward on the right, kept parallel to stroke 2. From the midpoint of stroke 2, draw stroke 4, a straight horizontal line extending rightward across stroke 3. Without lifting the pen, continue into stroke 5, a smooth downward curve drawn from left to right. These 5 strokes drawn in sequence together form the letter mid. The fourth letter in group 2 is the 19th EP GOG. Phonetically, it represents the voice velar plosive G, produced by raising the back of the tongue to make firm contact with the soft palate velum, briefly stopping the airflow and then releasing it suddenly while the vocal cords vibrate. Now, to follow the writing process step by step, please look at the diagram displayed on the screen. To write GOG, start with stroke 1, a short horizontal line drawn from left to right at the top. Next, draw stroke 2, a straight vertical line downward from the left end of stroke 1. Then draw stroke 3, another straight vertical line downward on the right, kept parallel to stroke 2. Finally, at stroke 4, a smooth curve stroke drawn downward and then gently turning upward from left to right. These 4 strokes drawn in sequence together form the letter GOG. The last 5th letter in group 2 is the 17th EP PUM. Phonetically, it represents the voiceless aspirated bilabial plosive P, produced by bringing both lips together to briefly stop the airflow and then releasing it with a strong burst of breath. During this articulation, the vocal cords remain inactive, giving the sound its voiceless quality, while the forceful release of air produces the characteristic aspiration. Now, to see the writing process clearly step by step, please refer to the diagram on the screen. To write PUM, start with stroke 1, a short horizontal line drawn from left to right at the top. Next, draw stroke 2, a straight vertical line downward from the left end of stroke 1. Then draw stroke 3, a smooth curved stroke beginning from the midpoint of stroke 2, moving upward and then flowing downward in a gentle wave. Finally, draw stroke 4 from the base of stroke 2, form in the same curve, wave-like manner as stroke 3. These 4 strokes drawn in sequence together form the letter PUM. Now, we have completed the study of hand movements for the letters in group 2. Look at the diagram for each of them displayed on the screen. Dear learners, in this lesson, you learn that the letters of the Meetei Mayek alphabet can be systematically grouped based on their visual similarity and structural form. According to their visual resemblance, the letters are organized into 10 groups. In addition, the setup EX, our secondary symbol, also known as matras, are classified into 2 groups based on their structure. So far, we have completed the second group, and the remaining groups will be explored in the upcoming lessons. As you revise, pay close attention not only to the hand movements and stroke sequences, but also to the phonetic description of each letter, as this will help you pronounce them correctly and confidently. Always remember, every letter you master brings you one step closer to the heart of Manipuri civilization. Keep learning, keep practicing, and let the beauty of our script guide and inspire you every day. Learners, see you in the next lesson. Thagat Chari.